Start up with a little roll up.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football.
Something up real fast so I can play, whoop some ass real fast, go to bed, go to work. I'm supposed to be asleep right now, but yeah, can't sleep yet.
Chasing me. How? I wasn't even hurt. How the fuck did he hit me like that and I went down? Put me down, you asshole. Finish that gin in the bathroom? Oh, nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gamer chick. That's my wife.
What's taking you so long? Hurry up!
That's when playing online goes wrong. With the gamer chick.
Hurry up. Oh, he's in front of me. I'll make no music, train them. Exclamation point.
What?
Oh my god, you killed me and now I'm gonna die. Fucking asshole, bro.
Fucking asshole, yo. That's my wife. Alright. Let me get back to rolling. Rolling this shit. Man. It's kind of cool today. I saw Deion Sanders on $1 million worth of game.
Please go get him.
Talking about futures and shit like that. I'm trying to think of the offensive lineman that was with him. I didn't catch his name. I'll probably watch that episode again. Because he said that he played with Deion. He was an offensive lineman, so the look of him. I mean, especially back then when I was a kid, you didn't see too many offensive linemen. I mean, the only ones that I became accustomed to was like linemen like Nate Newton. He was wild. He was up there, you know. The linemen usually be in the back. Shit, not Nate. Shit. Plus, shit, that dude, he could have did a bid for trying to smuggle weed. That's back in the day, Nate. I'm sure he's changed. But yeah, he had a van full of fucking weed. Great offensive lineman. One of my favorites.
All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
We've got 25 to Mike. X3, 218, chopper.
Here's Mitchell throwing on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mitchell operating from the gun. He's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Out wide was the youngest player in the NFL in 2017, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he also had the longest reception in the league last season at 97 yards. Actually well-schooled in route running and able to run from both outside and moving inside to the slot position in order to make big plays.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Mitchell. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. They'll have a first down past the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Guys, man, complete over the middle. It's Watts. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 14 yards in a Steeler first. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 6 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mitchell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Mitchell off the play fake. Going top shelf. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Good boy.
Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away, and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J.
Really?
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This will be caught at about the 5. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
No way.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, You've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Yeah, right.
Check three. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Ready.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. And this is caught at the 20. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Watts. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle 3rd of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Mitchell now on 3rd down. Goes to the right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Mitchell. This will be caught at about the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Back to throw. Mitchell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's go. Ready, break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Mitchell. From the gun, he'll throw. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's Mitchell. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
And that's caught inside the 30. Then he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's got the connection to Cooper. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field. Gives them a chance to rest.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. on second down. It's Banks, and able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
What the hell?
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
90 is the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 90 is the mic. Come on, baby.
They'll look to throw here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That What's your vernacular? I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Mitchell operating from the gun. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And his pass incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And his kick is indeed good, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now here come the Cowboys. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Cooper. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Corey Davis leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Christian Kirk, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson, a touchdown pass in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it.
Hold up.
There's a gen back there that I was trying to do with you.
This is a game now. Pittsburgh gonna have to make, Pittsburgh won't make me come out my bag. I was just taking it easy.
There's a gen over here.
Like, seriously.
Sorry,
I'm
but
just fucking now. I'm getting picked on.
I was doing this one before.
Okay.
No, I am sorry that you got
Second
it.
half.
I was trying to like do 2 things at one sentence. That's all.
The second half is different. Once we get ahead, we're gonna keep our foot on the neck.
You can bring her back to the water tower to me if you want, and I'll take her. I haven't been like more than once. I just want to finish this run. I'm about to pop this John if you want to meet me and give her to me.
What game is my wife playing? Oh, Dead by Daylight. Game's a trip.
We'll just take her. Oh my god. You ass. Come on, just come and get me.
Ouch. Oh yeah. Oops.
We're killing each other. We're killing each other right now. Sorry.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
Look what this out for you. Smells like we're both in the warehouse, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
Comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go, here we go. Can't choose
On 3rd down, Banks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watts. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down now. It's Banks. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watts. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first.
What was Jordan Downs doing? Let me see, because you saw the play.
Stop chasing me. Oh, what the?
What the?
I didn't know you were there. So let me just get away
Let
from
me
there and you
hide
go back.
this.
No, you go back.
He was being forced out. Oh, but you know what? Look at this. Look at this. Trying to bait me to do this play again. This is what the computer does to try to bait you. Because then you'll see, oh, hey, I had a guy open.
I believe in you.
And then the next play, it's going to be an interception, guarantee you, because you're hoping to see a guy out like that.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 2nd down, it's Banks. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to throw. Mitchell. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Yeah. Snags it for the pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. But despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Race, don't traffic. Race, don't traffic. Switch.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Watts. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Ready? 91.
Now Mitchell looking to throw on second down. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2nd and 14. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's something out there. There have to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That one a first down pickup of 8. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mitchell now going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mitchell. From the gun, he'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Here's Mitchell on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with teams jockeying for position, one thing we do know already, they're all set. They've got the #1 seed in their back pocket with still 2 games to go.
And that gives you a chance to experiment a little bit as well. It doesn't mean that you just have wholesale changes, starters don't play. I'm not talking about strictly that. I'm talking about guys who maybe haven't played enough during the year, or you want to see them in different spots. You know, can that running back split out and catch the football a little bit as you head to the playoffs? Maybe you run a few plays to put them on tape and make your opponents watch them and say, oh, we got to prepare for that. A lot of ways they can go, knowing that they own the #1 spot.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned. And he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Banks. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Back.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run. Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Steelers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Mitchell. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw. Mitchell. That's complete to Whitaker. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 4. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Mitchell going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again here with Robinson. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here I come.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Palmer. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. Exactly 1 minute remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Now Mitchell on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mitchell now operating from the gun. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Banks, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and it happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long.